So day one, what would you do?
I mean, basically the same.
You wake up in the morning, you say, "Oh shit, this is my day one. What am I gonna do? I gotta get here in 30 days."
I wake up 4:30, and first thing I do is go to the gym. You know.
Right.
I do a coffee or a pre-workout.
Coffee
pre-workout. I go to the gym. Because you have to start, the day the best way possible. You gotta elevate your frequency and get your mind right. And we go to the gym. We hit the gym hard, and after that, I read. I read something positive. Maybe something stoic, something that's, gonna put you like in a good state of mind, like maybe like Napoleon Hill, like whatever, like, but not like just some trash like novel or whatever, like something that's gonna put you in the right point of mind. And then with what you read, you write. It's important to write, and then that's how you expand your level of consciousness. And then you start applying everything in the day. I just start working, bro,
Right.
Like, you start filming everything, documenting everything, because people don't understand that. There's people in the gym that are very big, and they know a lot about gym, but, like, who knows them?
Right.
The fuck, your mom knows you. Like,
exactly.
Who cares about your muscles? It's not the muscles. It's also, it's the knowledge, the wisdom, and who knows you. So you have to be creating a personal brand. That's daily stuff,
Right.
So that's what I do, right? I said also, like in the video, like if I was left like with no money under a bridge, it would be amazing. It would be the best fucking story. Problem is, people see themselves as a victim. I see myself as, this is the best movie ever. Doesn't matter. I was washing dishes. I'm like, this is the best shit ever.
Right.
I'm just gonna create the best movie.
I'm
washing dishes, and I'm gonna be driving a Lambo.
You were a dishwasher. You were poor.
Yeah.
So
I didn't grow up poor. I didn't grow up rich. I just grew up in a normal family.
Right.
That my dad worked very hard, and he spent all his money in like pursuing a dream that was competing in motorcycles.
Right.
So long story short, he went bankrupt with that. Okay, loans and stuff,
Yep.
So he went bankrupt. And when I was probably like 20, I was the lowest point for him, like low in the sense of like struggling a lot for money,
Right.
like paying light bills was a struggle. That's hard to live,
right.
And when your dad is like telling you to just turn the light off and he's getting mad, I'm like, oh, this must be bad,
Right.
And he's getting mad at me because the light is left on, and I left my country there, so I experienced like no money. At one time, I was with $50 in my bank account in Australia, and my dad didn't have money. So there was no plan B,
Right.
I know what it is like. I literally stole food from the supermarket because I didn't have money.
Wow.
At one point. So, I mean, I experienced that, So I've been in both sides.
Right. And so now you wake up, you have breakfast, you read, you have your coffee, then you head to the gym.
No. Oh, today? What I did today?
Your day one.
Oh, day one.
Right.
No. So wake up, gym, then I come back. I'll probably do another coffee. And I don't eat yet. I try to, my first meal, take it as back as possible. I do between 10 a.m. and 11, and I wake up at 4:30. That's for like 5 hours, because I like to just go without food as much as I can.
So you fast.
Yeah, and when I see I need food, I want food, I'll try and have proteins and fats, not carbs yet,
Right.
And then that gives me energy to keep working. So basically, my first, let's say, 4 hours of the day is self-development. It's gym, read, write, and start giving. That's the mistake people think, to just chase that money. I chase getting better and giving. The money comes as a consequence.
Right.
Like, if people want to get to my level of money, you can't chase it, bro. It just comes to you.
Right.
It just comes as a consequence of all these years I put a work of helping people.
Right.
There are people that come right now and pay me maybe $20K for like a full year of like my VIP coaching, which is $20K, or like $50K for my top black room, which is like a one-on-one, at which I'm like literally by your side for a full year.
Right.
Those people don't come just from the fucking nowhere,
Right.
I've been helping them for years. It's not like it came today.
Right.
That's what people don't understand.
They want the next level.
It took me 6 years after doing content to make $300
Shit.
online. And I have students that in 1 year, they've gone from normal to millionaires, driving a Lambo, buying cash. I mean, they're doing way better than me because they're saving all the mistakes that I teach them, you know?
Right.
And also, I just guide them. It's mostly also like fear, bro. People like, they have fear, you know?
Right.
Fear of criticism, which I don't care.
Fear of
I mean,
failure.
I don't care what people think about me.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't affect me. It's like their perception of me is a reflection of who they are.
You hear that, guys? In other words, a él lo pela. Right? Te lo pela. All right.
Como ellos me perciben es quiénes son ellos.
Right.
Si ellos me ven como un estafador es porque ellos son los estafadores.
There you go.
¿Sabes? Porque a mí no me cabe en la cabeza que alguien pueda coger el dinero de una persona y no darle nada. Porque nunca lo he hecho. Entonces, para mí no es una opción. Pero si la gente lo percibe así, es porque ellos lo hacen.
That's right.
That's what people don't understand.
That's right.
You never see like a multimillionaire driving a Ferrari thinking, you know, people are like scamming because he doesn't do it.
Right.
'Cause, I mean, most people mostly think like broke people think that rich people are bad. And if we have to do a percentage, most of broke people are bad, most of rich people are good. That's why they're there.
There you have it.
That's the thing, but you know, having no money doesn't make you a good person, as same as having money doesn't make you a good person.
Right.
That's who you are, and like the money, it's just different things.
Having money amplifies who you really are.
Exactly.
If you're an asshole, you're going to be a bigger asshole.
Exactly, bro.
If you're a good person, you're going to be an even better person.
Exactly. Like, the thing is like, look at me now. I make millions, and I live the same way as when I had $50 in the bank account.
That's beautiful.
Literally the same way. I used to wake up at like 4 a.m., go to the gym, work all day, get my meals in, and sleep. And what I do today, same shit. I used to not party, not drink, not do drugs. When I started doing that again, when I was a millionaire, I nearly destroyed myself. So I live the same way as when I was broke.
Right.
Does that make me a materialistic guy? No. It's who I am, you know? Right. So that's the thing, bro. People, they're like, oh, like, I don't understand. If you were a millionaire, you would not be making videos. I'm like, bro, the more money I make, the more I help people.
Right.
That's the difference between you and me. That's why I make more money.
Exactly.
You know, like, so, yeah, people just, they don't know how to live, bro, because they're just surrounded by people that don't know how to live, you know? Right. This is a matter of, like, learning that, and your life just starts changing, you know?
Right. And so now we're done with your morning ritual. You hit the gym, right? Mm-hmm. How long are you in the gym?
Bro, 45 minutes, 1 hour, no more.
Well, no more than an hour. Some guys are here 2.5 hours. They've been here 5 years, and they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And haven't changed.
Yeah. I do work out twice a day, though.
Twice a day.
Yeah, like the second round is probably like burpees. Mm-hmm. And it's probably like, I don't know, 15 minutes. It's not long, you know. It's intense, you know. Maybe like I do 4 sets, 5, 6 sets. Sometimes I just do it hard because I'm also very used to it.
Right.
You know, but at least probably do like 100, 200 burpees if I do them normal. But I complicate it more, you know. Right. So it's harder. I just do it to keep my energy levels high, keep my frequency high. And also, I used to think like resting is better. And no, like if you train every day, twice a day, you're going to look better.
Right.
But people tell you need to rest because they just want to rest.
Bullshit.
I think it was Arnold one time. You remember, like he won or he came second, and he was telling like he had no calves. And the next year he came and he had amazing calves. They were like, "What do you do? What's the secret?" I train calves every day for a year. People don't understand. Like the more you work, the more you're gonna get.
Right.
I mean, I had no chest forever. I've been training for like 10, 11 years, and I used to, when I competed, I did, you know, anabolics for like, I abused of them, you know. I stopped that. Obviously, I fucked on my testosterone for years. I didn't know. I was not doing anything. I didn't know. I was working out. I was looking really good. And it came to a point I was like really tired. And I had a friend in Vegas, and he said, "Bro, like, have you checked your testosterone levels?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Go check it." So I went, and I had nothing, bro. Like probably like 200. Like I was like, I needed like TRT, and I was doing that for years, bro. And I still look good. So that's an example of like, even with the low testosterone, and like not doing anything, bro, I still was ripped, and I still was looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
obviously there the doctor gave me TRT,
Right.
bro, and I started feeling like energy, and obviously my body like
Changed.
but like I just do that. I don't do anything else, you know.
Right.
And I do that because I need to do that, you know. But people think it's just steroids. It's just work, you know.
People are afraid of work.
So and like after like 10, 11 years working out, my chest has grown the most the last year.
Right.
Just because I train twice a day, I do the burpees. Yeah.
So you're out of the gym. Do you have a post-workout meal when you get out of there?
Usually, nah, bro. I usually I eat like an hour to 2 hours before the gym, after the gym.
After the gym.
Yeah.
So that
I just eat when I'm hungry. Look, the thing is like, look, this is me, like, okay, like I look pretty good like year round. This
Right.
I don't compete anything, and I make millions of dollars and I have millions of people.
right.
My body is not my priority, you know. I train for my
your
mind,
mind.
and I eat for my energy. I'm not like sucking my like you know like this. Like, you know, I don't care about that shit. You know, that makes you weak.
Right.
You know, I just train for how I feel, my energy, and everything. So if I'm not hungry, I'm not eating.
Right.
Like there's no point of eating if you're not hungry. You know, like you need to listen to your body.
Right.
So it's not like I have a meal timing. It's just like whenever, and I also eat to satisfy my needs, my hunger. You know, so I don't eat that much. Probably I eat 2,500 calories a day. What my body needs.
Right.
You know, and I stay like this. You know.
And what supplements do you take?
So supplements simple, bro. Like protein, just to make it easy with some meals. You know.
Right.
Creatine. I do the aminos also mostly because if not, it's hard to get in the water intake. You know, I put it
Right.
with a liter of water, and then I drink it. And pre-workout sometimes, pretty simple, bro. But to be honest, it's not the supplements. I do them because I like it, and it's just like something fun, and it tastes good, and it's convenient,
Right.
you know. But it's not what's gonna give you the results, you know?
Right.
And I do own a supplement company.
You have your own supplement
Yeah,
company.
I own it because it's the thing I use, you know.
So you bought and made what you use
Yeah,
for
it
yourself.
took me like nearly 2 years to develop the flavors because I was just tired of like having like aminos that would just taste like shit and like pre-workout. So my supplements, obviously I got the best quality, best creatine, Creapure, best like protein in Europe, the best source, and I just worked on the flavors for like 2 years nearly.
Wow.
So it tastes amazing, you know.
Right.
It's having like a milkshake. So that's why I did it, just because I didn't find any supplements I just like in the long run, you know.
Right.
They all end up like getting bored of the taste.
Got it. When you get out of the gym and you're done and you finish eating, what do you do next?
I'm working all day, bro. Like for me, like working, it's just getting to DMs and just documenting my day with content, like giving out. The people don't understand, like in order to like make money, you need to help people.
Right.
So the more people you help, the more money you make, you know.
And that has been the basis of your success so far, right? You go, you make your content, the content is going to help people that used to be like you.
Exactly.
And now they listen to you and they get inspired and now they have to do what you recommend or what you ask of them so they can reach your level.
People think there's like a big secret, bro, in life. There's no big secrets for nothing, you know.
We know there's no secret, but if there were a secret, what would that secret be?
The secret is habits.
Habits.
It's habits. That's the secret. Habits.
Yep.
You know, working more and just being close to people that are where you want to go. Okay, so exposure is the most important thing. Like, let's say your gym, like when suddenly like you're exposed to someone that millions of people know them, and now everyone wants to come to your gym like from one day to another one. Is it because you changed the light and it's great, or just did a fucking Facebook post? No,
Right.
It's because like suddenly millions of people saw you. You know, it's because someone that millions of people want to be close to now comes here. So now your business is fucking full. That's personal brand. Like, so that's the secret, bro. It's not how good are your burgers. McDonald's sells the most burgers. It's the most known burger place. Right. Simple as that.
So it's get this. It's not the best. It's the best known.
Yeah.
Get that?
So if you're the best known and then you become also the best, that's like
it's a wrap.
That's how you go from a hustle to a Bugatti.
You hear that?
You know?
Hustle to a Bugatti. So you are the sum of the 5 closest people to you. So what you want to do, guys, as LLADOS has done, he's become who he has become because of discipline, hard work, a routine, and not just reading any comic book. All right, you want to read books that are stoic, that are based on philosophy, things that work on the mindset, guys. Now, once you're wrapping with the day, what do you do when, let's say, you pull up at your garage at home, 6, 7 o'clock at night? What's the routine like?
When I arrive at home, I'm thing my thing in the morning. I do my morning process, and then all day just like working. I don't stop, like until night. Like I don't stop. I'm always like, I answer all my DMs. I deal with all my clients. You know, I do everything myself. It's just constant work, bro. You know, that's the thing. People, the thing, like people that start don't know what to do with the time, because suddenly you get like 3,000 messages a day,
right,
just of new people, plus like hundreds of clients you have. Now you don't even have time to do anything else, bro.
Right. So,
you know,
so how do you handle that?
I just work all day.
But do you have a team, a staff?
No. I just
Gabe, walk over there. Walk over there so the light can turn on.
I have my dad and my sister help me with you know, maybe there's some DMs at the start, you know, if like seeing if it's like a kid or not. But I do everything as long as it's like someone that is like over age and like, you know, it's all me. All me, bro. That's the thing. People don't want to put the work. People just want to make money without working.
It doesn't work that way.
It just doesn't work like that, bro. I mean, it's people don't understand like the amount of work it takes. I mean, I haven't met no guy that makes millions that doesn't work all day, you know?
Right.
That's the thing, that the key is doing something that you really love.
You'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah, people work so one day they can stop working. Now you know you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Because you don't want to do what you're doing, you know?
You hear that nugget, guys?
I work so I can feel alive, you know?
Right.
So I can be present. I need work. Like, I'm never going to stop working. If I don't work, I get bored. Everyone gets bored if they don't work, bro.
Right.
The thing is, people haven't experienced that because they've always been in a shit job they don't like. So then once a year they get holidays and they travel and they think holidays is so amazing just because they feel amazing. They don't feel amazing. They're just always trapped, you know. But if you were to just suddenly be able to have all the money and just do whatever you want, trust me, a few months, you're bored. People haven't experienced that because they don't have the money. So they think the money is going to give them the happiness. Right. And that's not like that.
It doesn't work like that,
It doesn't work like that.
Stop chasing the money. When you stop chasing the money all of a sudden shows up.
Yeah.
Key.
Like that, bro.
That is key, guys. Now, you said you wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day.
Yeah, every day. I wake up 4:30 a.m. every day. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't party. Now, I don't miss a single day. It's every day.
When you wake up at 4:30, you got all these calls you got to return. What time do you typically get to bed?
It depends on the day, bro. Like, some days I can go sleep at midnight. Some days I can go sleep at 10, you know?
And you still pop out of bed like a jack in the box.
Bro, many days I wake up, I'm destroyed. I don't want to wake up, but I still wake up. It's not about me. It's not about how I feel. It's about other people.
Purpose.
So when you think that you're tired, now you're tired.
Right.
I don't even think in myself.
If
I think in myself, that's a victim selfish mentality.
Right.
You know? Like, the thing is, like, God created us all in image as Him, right?
Right.
So He created us to serve others. Like in Spanish, si no sirves para servir, no sirves para vivir. If you don't, in English, I don't know the translation exactly, but it's basically, if you don't know how to live for others, you don't know how to live. If you live for yourself, you don't know how to live. You don't know the art of living. The art of living is just serving other person. That's what we're made for.
Right.
There's nothing, you're not going to feel good by serving yourself. You know, never. You're going to feel fulfilled, so I just don't even think in that.
Now, you used to motocross, right?
Yeah.
You used to motocross?
Yeah.
And his dad, without having it, found a way to finance the sport of his choice. Tell us about what happened with that story.
So when I was a kid, I started in motocross. When I was 3 years old, my dad bought me a bike. And when I was probably like 8 or 9, I stopped because my mom he wanted to divorce my dad because she would see me jumping jumps.
Yeah.
With like 8 years old, and she was like, he's gonna get killed, you know. So he stopped, and it only lasted like a year and a half with nothing. And then I started with mini motos, like mini road bikes, and that evolved to like road bikes, you know.
Right. He was your mechanic?
My dad did everything, like, you know, he worked his ass off to just be able to pay for that. And how we could manage to do it is because I was really good, and I've always won whatever I was in. So what happened is when you get to like, you know, big bikes, when you win a championship or you're like top 3, the next year everyone wants to buy that bike.
Right.
Because it's a fast bike, you know. So usually top people buy new bikes every year. So my dad would buy a bike for like 20K, let's say, and then he could sell it for 20K or 22K next year.
Right.
So that's how we were able to like keep it up, you know.
Right. So you keep flipping and flipping and flipping it.
Yeah, but it came to a point where like he went broke, you know. There was, even though we did so much, like it's a sport where like it's not about being good.
Right.
You know.
And you just one day said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going here," and you left, right? You went to Australia.
Yeah. One day, like basically, I dropped out of university in fourth year. I was doing journalism.
Right.
Because I saw like there was nothing in life in a job, you know.
Right.
Like I've always had a massive purpose. In that case, was like, you know, being a MotoGP rider,
right.
Which I raced one time. And then I was left with just a normal life. So that was the first time I had like let's say, existential crisis, you know. I was like, what's the meaning of living?
Right.
You know, I'm living to just go work a job that I hate,
right,
to make money that I can't even fucking get an apartment because I was making 800 euros a month.
right.
I couldn't even live by myself in Spain with that, you know. So I was like, I need to change everything, you know, like this.
And out, elbows out. Yeah,
like
out.
that.
Así. Elbows out. Codos para afuera.
Afuera.
Cuando
Ahí.
levantas, codos ahí y endereza.
Y
Endereza con esto ahí.
como
Así.
ah ahí.
Endereza, pam. Ahí y para arriba.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And it's only 5 pounds on each side.
Holy shit, this is good. I like this one.
Very good isolation.
Yeah.
So you had $800 a month in Euro.
Yeah, basically there was no way out there, bro. So I just started hitting the gym, and that got me like, the gym was my salvation. Like, it was the only moment in the day where I felt like my life had a meaning, you know?
Right.
And I was like, I just gotta make a living with the gym. I don't know how, but in Spain there was no way you were making money with that.
Right.
So I just left to Australia, you know? And I risked everything. I just all my savings, everything, and my dad was like, "What are you doing? I don't have money to send you," and I just risked it, you know.
And I've seen you with your dad on your videos, and
Yeah.
he's real. He's a comical guy.
Yeah.
He's really cool, and I love to see that relationship that you have with him. Because it's so it doesn't seem like he's your dad. It's like he's a friend.
Yeah, he's my best
It's
friend.
like you're hanging out with your buddy. And you just ask him, so what do you think about this? And he's like, sometimes he's shocked.
Yeah.
He's kind of like surprised.
Oh yeah, my dad is. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy, you know, what I've done, right?
Yeah.
But
It's amazing. Any young boy would love to one day do for their parents what their parents have done for them all their lives.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's the thing. Like for me, I mean, obviously they're in peace, you know. Then I mean, my parents are happy. They live in a normal apartment. I even told my dad, like, "I'll get you what's the best penthouse in the city. I'll get it." I was like, "No." Say, they don't want it. Like, and I understand because now I don't need to live in the mansion.
Right.
I don't need it, bro. I mean, to be honest, it's just also like faith for people, like, because people down there just see the money. I don't need to drive a McLaren. Like I was driving a Honda with my wife.
Right.
Nothing changed, you know. We're the same kids, but it's part of the game called life. Like,
right.
money is part of it. It's a game. I have it, I use it. If I don't have it, I'll use it. It's just, I don't care.
Right.
Like,
now, what was the first thing you did when you said, I'm going to decide to go in business for myself? What did you do first? Did you do a website? Did you do...
yeah,
did
well,
you do
that's the main error. People think it's a website. It's not a website.
It's not a website.
It's not a website. It's just who you are.
Now, today you're here. You make, what do you make a month? A mil, 2 mil?
Probably the best month over $1 million, yeah.
Over $1 million per month. Now, look where I'm going, guys. We see him, or I see you, or the world sees him on social media today and look at him and say, oh, 2 million a month. But, and I've seen a lot of your stuff. How long ago did you start posting?
Yeah, like 11 years,
11 years ago. So you guys out there that post for 6 months and you this don't work, this guy's still selling drugs. That's right. No, it's 11 years. Remember, your day one is his 11th year.
It's like getting into the gym and seeing a massive guy and wanting to be like that
in 2 weeks.
It's not possible, bro. Like, that's the thing. People are like, that's the problem. People, I don't know. I don't understand because I've never had that problem. Maybe I understand because nowadays with social media, there's out there people like me posting their lives, you know. So they think they can just get it like that.
Yep.
They can just get it like instantly, which doesn't work like that, bro.
Right.
But that's their problem, bro.
And he didn't know. He did not know when he first picked up the camera that he was going to be here today.
Exactly.
He was just documenting to document.
That's the thing. You said the key because I was not doing it for the money.
Right.
I was doing it because I wanted to do it.
Right.
I was doing it because I wanted to build relationships with other people that liked fitness. Right. I wanted to help other people because relationships is the only thing we have.
Right.
But people nowadays pick up a camera and just do it only for the money. It's sad, but I mean, they're never gonna get anywhere like that, bro.
Right.
You know? And even like nowadays, people have references and they know they can do it. As to say, I didn't even know I was gonna like make this money.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Wow. So now you have now you go and you build a after the next logical step is you go and you build a platform. What did you do?
So the thing is that
let me ask you this, because this is an important key, guys. Who did you find to mentor you?
Yeah.
Key, guys. Pay attention.
So,
who did you find to mentor you? Because before you found the mentor, and weeks prior to the mentor, what was the state of mind and the state of being?
So the thing with me, like, there was no one when I did it that had done it. You know?
Right.
There was like in the Spanish-speaking world, any country.
Nobody.
Like, I mean, people can say whatever. I'm the first ever coach in Spanish to do anything.
Or at least be successful.
Be successful,
right.
Like by galaxies.
Because I've looked and I've searched.
Yeah. So the thing is that there was really no one. I would always, like, as you say, when I moved to the U.S., I met a guy that's my friend today, a Spanish guy, and I was training at Goals in Venice. I was living my dream, like Goals in Venice, like Arnold, you know, I was like a little guy, and I was just living the dream. And this guy would pull up in a red, I will never forget, he sold it not long ago, a red convertible Maserati, and I was like he jacked, a friend of my Spanish, massive. He used to be, he was like world champion, junior world champion, like crazy physique. And, you know, I always saw him in the gym, and you know the gym, you think, oh, that guy's a dick, you know, he looks like a dick. And one day just we speak and like, oh shit, like, this guy's super cool, you know? And he's Spanish, so we became friends very fast. And I was like, bro, like, you're fucking killing it, bro. Like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I have a building. He's like, this guy has a building.
Christ.
And this guy is like, loaded, you know?
Start.
And I'm like, yeah, like, bro, like, how do you do that? And he's like, oh, like, he's like, my uncle was my mentor. And I'm like, mentor? Like, what do you mean by mentor? I never heard that word.
Right.
I mean, this is 8 years ago, like 7 years ago. So that's 16. 10 years ago. Like, I've never heard that word. Like, what mentor? What do you mean? It's like, yeah, my teacher. Like, he told me, like, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, so mentor is like a teacher that has money? And he was like, basically, it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, there's no mentors in Spain. Like, all my teachers were broke, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is fucking sick, you know? And I was like, okay, I need a fucking mentor. And, I mean, there was no one. I was trying to find someone that was making money in fitness.
Right.
I didn't find anyone, you know? And maybe I saw like a guy in Australia or here that looked like he was making money, you know, Instagram, and I would DM and never answer, like, hey, help me. Like, no one will ever fucking tell you how they make money, bro.
Yeah,
You fucking stupid or what? Like, no one will ever do that, you know?
Yep.
Nowadays, people do it because they do it because they see something in return. But either way, no one does that. So I was like, fuck, man. So I remember one time I saw an event. There was an event in LA, Los Angeles. It was like an internet e-com, like online business owners. It's an event of like online businesses. And bro, at that time it was probably all the money I had in my bank account.
Right.
It was like $5,000 to go to the event. And I was showing my friends, like, bro, look, I found this. I don't find any guys that do money, but it's like, bro, I mean, they're gonna be millionaires there. And you wanna make money online? And I'm like, yeah, it's like, fucking go.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. So I've reached all my bank accounts several times to go to Australia, and now again I was like emptying my bank account in the U.S.
Right.
and taking the leap of faith, you know.
You're risking it all for what you want.
And like, I went there, and I just learned something that kind of that pivoted my business, you know. When I went there, I was probably doing like $2,000, $2.5 online a month, you know. I was not doing enough to live of it because you cannot live with $2,000, $2.5 in LA.
Right.
You know, I was still in that time working as a stripper, you know, working in a teen shop. So I went there, I did that, and I met this guy that he was speaking on stage, and he said he was making $1 million a year, and I was like, this guy is making $1 million a year. I'm like, what the fuck? That looks so unreal for me, right? Me at that time, I was doing $3,000 a month.
Right.
You know, was that like $30K a year?
Shit.
36, right? So
Poverty.
then I was like, I gotta speak with that guy. So when I saw him like off the stage and stuff, I was like, bro, I look, can you like give me? He said, yeah, for sure. What do you do? So I started to explain. Well, I'm a personal trainer. He's like, no, bro, I don't give a shit. I'm like, what do you sell? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, okay, do you have a product or do you have a service? I'm like, I didn't even really. Okay, so is it physical or is it like a digital? It's like digital. Okay, you have a service. I'm like, okay, so do you have a subscription or the guy? I didn't hear these terms ever, and it's pretty simple. So then he was like, okay, just do this. You got to create an offer. And I was like, offer like discount? He's like, no, not a discount. Like, what are you selling? You know? Okay, I do this. Okay, and he was like, well, that looks like pretty much like every personal trainer does. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so you got to create something that is like so good that people can't say no.
That's called an irresistible offer, guys.
And he told me that simple thing, that everyone has free nowadays.
Right.
Everyone has heard that. If you've been a little bit, you know that you need to do an irresistible offer. Like everyone knows that. It's basic. Right. It's like curl in the gym.
Sure.
Okay? Everyone knows that. But just that little thing for me, I actually went and applied it, and I shifted my business, and I went from like 2K to like over 10K, 12K with a few months.
Wow.
And at that time, I got I crossed paths with another personal trainer who was doing money, and we became friends. It's like, okay, he kind of like shared his secret. He put me in contact with a company that had an app. So I could like do an app. So, but at that time, that was like 25K investment, which was, again, all the money I had in my bank account again. So again, I rested before no one had that, and I did that. And with that, I scaled a lot because I was able to attend a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I stopped the app because an app is not good.
Right.
Because you're not treating your people. It's a software, which nowadays everyone knows that is not valuable because it's a formula that anyone can do, right? So I don't even have an app now. All my clients say, do them myself, bro. Like with video calls, you know? Right. But that's
like a Zoom call.
Yeah, that's how I kind of like. That's a little bit the process, you know.
Right. So,
but again, people again, they think that like, they're gonna find like a secret, and again, it's who you are. It's who you are because the person that I am is able like this thing I posted. So. First of all, look how many stories I do. No one, people start and they don't even work as hard as I work.
You got two big dashes.
Yeah, and they don't even work as hard as I work, and I have everything they want. You know, it's funny. But, for example, this guy, ese más absolutamente, antes de mirar tu contenido gratuito, estaba en depresión diariamente, pensando de cómo quitarme la vida. Ahora solo voy para adelante haciendo las cosas que me gustan. He recuperado a mi hijo por la situación en la que estaba atrapado en las drogas, no me permitían verlo. Ahora voy a jugar con él y me lo prestan cada día lo que quiera. Somos muy felices. Y él ahora entra. Lo mismo con él. Con tu contenido gratuito me salvaste la vida. Cuando me emociono por fin pertenecer a la sala and I become sin. When you're that person that is able to save someone's life just with your free content, then you make millions.
That really reminded me.
That person is not the guy that's watching. The guy that's watching just wants to make money of people.
And that's never going to work.
How I change their lives is because I actually, with my content, people don't value it or see it, but my content is more valuable than any coach that you pay. Because if actually people follow it, they change their lives. That my main goal with my content is not to make people confused so they buy me. That's what people do.
Right.
My main goal with my content is to actually help them to get in shape, drop vices, make more money. And what happens when someone goes from $2K a month to making $15K a month? I've had this time, hey bro, like now I don't know how to go up. And they come to me and I tell them from 15K to 50K, 100K. So I just want to help people.
Right.
But the thing is that people don't understand. A coach is someone that has walked the path that you want to walk. So I've gone from nothing to where I'm right now. And I've gone because I've solved so many problems in the way. So when someone comes to me, I just know straight away what they need to do. And they don't see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the power of a mentor or a coach.
He mentioned two very key important things. 2 or 3 times, he found something he thought that can move him ahead in life, and he went all in. What does that mean? He took everything he had in his goddamn bank account and he threw it at it just to get the knowledge, to get the wisdom, and to get the applications to try to move himself ahead in life.
That's like
he did it multiple times.
Every successful business owner does that.
Does that.
I mean, you own a gym. I'm sure you've done that.
Oof.
And there's always going to be struggles, and there's never going to end. People that watch don't understand because they're employees.
Right.
They have a victim mindset. They have a broke mindset. They get their money and they use their money for their own pleasures. You know, they're not going to go forward like that. You got to get your money and put it somewhere where it's going to give you some return. You know, and people don't understand that. Like, I do that constantly. Like, people think they just can go far free.
Right.
Like, it's like, bro, you all need help. Like, I have, for example, like my black room, which is my top room, which I treat one-on-one. I only do this for my top clients. And people, I jump every 2 weeks in a private call. And I'm talking about people that are making 200 grand a month. Right. I'm not talking about brokies that don't know how to make money.
Right.
You know, they drive Lambos, and people think those people, they're like, their life is solved. Right. Their life is harder than their life.
Sure, absolutely.
There's more problems. And I just jump in a call with them, and they tell me what is their problem stuff. And I'll tell them, bam, bam, bam. And they're like, bro, like, you took, like, literally, like, all the weight off me. You know what I'm saying? Because I told them exactly what to do, but now they have the faith because I've done it. They go execute it. 2 weeks later, we jump on a call. Like, their life is completely different.
Right. He's walked. Listen, guys. The man has walked the path that you're probably walking right now, and he's made it. All right. All you guys want to do is jump and skip 11 years of content creation and do it all in 6 months, and it doesn't work that way. What did that text message? How did that make you feel?
Oh, that's the only thing that makes me feel good. People think that it makes me feel good, the money or the cars. I don't even care. I have a Bugatti. I don't care about the Bugatti. I don't even fucking care about the car. I bought it because it just was like, it put me uncomfortable. You know, like, nothing. I don't even care about the car, bro. Right. Like, people think it's that makes me happy. It's the fact, why I have the Bugatti is because the Bugatti is like the biggest faith exists ever, bro. Right. People see that and like, okay, I need to listen to this guy, you know, and that's so much faith. I drive it and people on the street just go nuts because this kid was washing dishes and now he's driving a $3.5 million car. So that's faith more for them than
Right.
that car gives more to people than to me.
It makes people pay attention so they can listen to you.
Exactly, you know. People pay attention to the wrong people.
Right.
There's only two things, there's two key things that are gonna change your life. You know, first of all, it's who you pay attention to. Okay, because people are watching this video right now, and they may be listening, but like they're just like it's coming in an ear and going out another ear.
Right.
You know, because this guy just pulls up in a $600,000 McLaren, just doing clothes with like a $30K watch. That is what you do in a year, and I don't fucking give a shit about this watch. He's telling you what he's doing, and you go tomorrow and do the opposite.
Right. Makes no sense.
Makes sense, right? makes sense, right?
Last week,
nothing about their life makes sense.
No,
but they still think they know.
Oh,
no, they still think they're right.
They know better than
That's their
everybody
ego.
else.
That's their ego. That's the devil. The devil is playing with you. Like you're a puppet of the devil. I'm an instrument of God.
Right.
That's the difference. We're in the same world, but we don't operate by the same energy. Or one is light, one is darkness. So first of all, you say who you listen to, because in your life you may have like 20 voices. Your dad, your teacher, university, your friend, your girlfriend, the neighbor, the friend of your neighbor, the friend of your girl. So sum up how many voices you have in your life. The YouTube video, this guy, that guy, how many just in a month? Sum up how many voices you have in your life.
Right.
First of all, if you have more than one, you got to eliminate.
It's a problem.
So you have to just listen to one voice and go with that voice for like 6 months and see what happens. But probably people listen to 30 voices, and first of all, they don't even do whatever like a voice is telling them, because they're like trying to follow 30 steps, right? So they're not doing nothing. And so much stuff, they get confused. So who you listen to is the most important thing. So what did my logic as a kid told me, because I'm still a kid.
Right.
I'm a kid with money. You know, when a kid makes money, it just goes buy a fucking Lambo. You know what I'm saying? Like, a fucking adult makes money, gets 3.5 million and buys a building, right? Because it's safe. I'll go buy a fucking Bugatti because it's fucking cool. You know, like, because I don't think I'm going to live tomorrow, and the old guy buys a building so that when he's fucking 55, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, they're so scared, you know? The thing is that they're scared to put the money in somewhere that they think is not safe, you know, but I bet on myself. Right. So I bet on myself. I buy that car because I know I'm making more money, because I'm getting better all the time.
You're putting yourself in that position.
Exactly.
To do
you know, I don't think I'm going to make less money. I'm not going to stop working.
Right.
People make money and put it in somewhere where they don't need to work to make money because they don't want to work.
Right.
I'm not going to stop working. So if I'm making $1 million now, like, why I'm going to make like $500,000 in 10 years? No, why I'm not making 5?
Exactly.
So why I'm going to get the money and safely put it somewhere that is old school way of making money? I didn't go from a hostel to a Bugatti buying buildings. I went to a hostel to a Bugatti betting on my fucking balls every day. And I still do that shit. You know, that's why people admire me and respect me, because I don't have fear.
Right.
You know, and like, I don't need $1 million. You know, I can live with 5K.
Right.
So what do I need to lose? There's nothing to lose.
Right.
What's the worst case scenario? Oh, I go back to driving a scooter and washing dishes. I don't give a fuck.
You were already there.
I was already there. Like, I'll be like washing this, like, hey, bro, you know I was driving a Bugatti? Like, you know, the guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, come on, bro. Like, I'll be like, and I'll do it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, you're a person, he lives life to the fullest, like if he's going to die tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? You almost died.
I almost died several times. That's why I live, you know, like, I nearly died several times in a motorcycle. I've had friends die beside me and then go. So I went to a warm-up race. Warm-up is like before the race. Right. Some days it's a warm-up. It's like 15 minutes just to like get you going. I had a friend crash there. Someone went over him and he died. And like that same moment, 20 minutes later, we all got in the grid and raced.
Oh,
you know?
Death.
So,
and the race took...
I've crashed in a motorcycle at like 200 miles per hour.
Holy shit.
And broke everything. You know, I've literally, many times I was close to death. And then also, when I became a millionaire, I automated my business. I put a team, blah, blah, blah. So I got out of the business. You know, business people tell you got to be able to run the business without you, right? If not, you're stupid. Well, yeah, you're stupid because then those guys are fat, they're doing coke, and they're fucking other girls when their wife don't know. Oof. That's life, right? Oh, what a life, bro. You know, like, that's not a life. You know, don't be fooled. So what's the other? Oh, here. So the thing is, like, I started doing drugs, cocaine, and I got addicted to cocaine, which I didn't know. I was like, oh, this is just to relax. I'm not addicted, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you are. If you drink a beer a week, you're addicted. Right. Why are you drinking? Don't drink. Right. Oh, no, I control it. Okay, don't do it.
You control it, don't drink.
Yeah,
Control
exactly.
not to do it.
Anyone that drinks, smokes, anything, weed, they have an addiction. It's just how bad it is. Right. It always gets worse. So I nearly died of an overdose of cocaine. Like I thought I was dying. You know, I nearly like. I thought I was dying. Either way, from that point I stopped. And then after that also, I was in my motorcycle going to the gym in Vegas, 7 p.m. at night in a light. This car runs me over from behind. Oh. So I got unconscious. I woke up in the floor, and I go, stand up. I even get goosebumps just like reminded. I couldn't move. I don't feel my back. I cannot stand up. Oh. So the ambulance comes. My wife is in LA. I'm in Vegas. She doesn't know anything yet. She was driving back from LA at that moment. Oh. So I get to the hospital, and I'm in the ambulance, and I don't feel my back, bro. I even have chills right now just thinking of it. So at that point, I had a Lambo. I was a millionaire. I was making all this money. I was making more money than I ever thought it was even possible. Right. I was probably doing over like nearly 100K a month. I was just a normal guy, you know, like. Yeah. And in that moment, I don't give a shit about the money, about the Lambo, about nothing. I just wanted to be able to walk again. I literally, at that time, I didn't know about God or anything. I was doing my own thing, but I kind of like, I guess I asked God, like, I just want to be able to just walk, man. I just want to walk, you know, and like go back with my wife, you know. Right. And I got to the hospital. They got me in scan. They put me in the bed, and bro, like, I started doing like this, and I just, in the bed, I get up. I just stand, and obviously I'm hammered. I'm like sore everywhere. Everything hurts, but I'm walking. So I'm like, take me. I take all this shit. I'm like, I'm going. I just fucking, my wife just was arriving. I got on the car, and like from that moment onwards, I like, every day it's like I say thanks to God. Right. It's another day. So I live my life like it's a bonus round. Right. You know, that's why people say, oh, what are you going to do in 10 years? I'm like, I just hope by tomorrow I wake up, you know? So that's why I really do, that's how everyone should live, you know? Right. You should live because people take for granted life when, you know, you can be taken out any moment.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Unbelievable. Now you have, guys, this guy, he created a school, university that he runs now, or he's been running, which is part of his mega success, you know, because he's helped so many people for free that, you know, the as he said before, you know, God put you here.
Yeah, it's people say, what do you do? I mean, this is God's business. I mean, I just do whatever my conscience tells me, and your conscience is the authentic voice of God. Right. So if you don't believe in God, that's cool. I mean, I don't force anyone to believe anything, but you have a voice inside. Sure. That is telling you right now to keep watching this. That's why you're still watching this.
Whoever that is, listen to that voice.
Whoever that voice is can be your best version, can be your life you want to live. So see this like that voice is the voice that you live in your best life. That's a voice, because when you go party, it's telling you don't do it, but you do it. And then when you party and you're drunk the following day, what you feeling? Regret. So regret is your guideline. Whatever you regret doing, don't do it again. Right. I never regretted waking up 4:30 and hitting the gym. Right. Have you ever regretted going out of the gym with a sick pump?
Never.
Yeah, but you regret all the time going out of the club drunk.
Always.
You always regret fucking this chick that when you fuck her, you feel empty. You don't want to be with her, right? You regret that, but you still do it. I was doing it to like weeks with my wife. I've always done this even with my wife until one day I was like, why? And I stopped. This is God. I literally like, don't do this. You know, it took me, that was my last vice of all, you know, women. Right. I didn't think it was advice. Oh, you're a man, you know, like naturally you can't just have sex with one woman, you know, like I will always have this in my mind, but that's not true. And that's a weakness.
Now, and all that being said, with all that you just heard, his wife is an integral part of him being here today and him being the man he is today.
So just coming back to that, you say, perfect. When I said there's two things in life, first, who you listen to, and I didn't say the second one, your partner.
Your partner.
That's the two only things that are going to decide your destiny. Who you listen to, your partner. If you listen to the person that is living the life you want to live, trust me, you will get there. If you actually apply it. And then when you choose a partner, make sure that partner elevates you, doesn't take you down. And as you said, like, I became obviously very successful with my business, with my coaching business, with my online fitness coaching. I became a millionaire. I did millions. But it came to a point where I felt again empty.
Right.
You know, and obviously part of that was drugs and party, but part of that something again. At that time, I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in anything. I was just by my thing, you know. I'm like in my lane. I don't care, bro. I'm just fucking working, you know. But at that time, I didn't know anything. I didn't see God clearly or anything, you know. But like something, my voice again. I've always followed my voice, so I've always followed what God told me. Okay? So I was like, people would like DM me all the time and be like, yo, I want to be a coach also. Like, bro, like how you do it? Because, I mean, they'll see me and people will not believe it. It's like, this guy is selling drugs, is doing something because they never seen that, right? And like, I want to know, I want to learn. And people would just always, bro, like, tell me this. And my voice was like, help them, tell them. And then like my other voice like, no, like keep it for yourself, you know, like it's your money. So I remember speaking with my dad, and my dad is an amazing person, same as my mom. And I was like, Dad, why are you saying, no, I mean, how are you going to do that? I mean, you're going to tell them how you do your money, so that's going to hurt your business. And even though that, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Because I just could not, I was feeling so guilty. You know, inside me, I was feeling so much guilt. Imagine like, every day you walk into the gym, your gym, and there's this guy that is starving. I'm hungry, like give me food, and you don't give him. Second day, I'm hungry, give me food. It's gonna come to a day where you feel so much guilt that you're gonna give him food.
Right.
It's the same thing. So that point came, and then I started helping people. In my stories, I'll just start giving advice. I didn't have any course or any nothing. I was doing my coaching while I giving advice. What happened? Naturally, I like talking about that because you like helping people. So my content kind of shifted without me realizing. I was talking all about like business and like that. And I didn't talk much about fitness and like training, you know. So my income started going down. And I was like, then I realized, oh shit, I mean, I'm talking about how to be a coach. You know, I'm forgetting about being a coach. Right? So then I realized about that, and then I did a new YouTube and a new Instagram, which is Tu Primer Millón. I have two, right? That's why I created that new one. So hey guys, I'll show you there, this is fitness. And over there I was for like a year, just helping. I didn't have any course, nothing. And people, after like months, they would DM me say, bro, I'm making $3K a month. Just like listening to you. And I'm like, I will start posting this, and this is crazy, bro. I mean, I was starting to feeling like different, bro. Like, I mean, one thing is making money and buying stuff. One thing is, thanks to you, someone is making money.
Right. So
that is very different.
So, bro. Give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish.
Exactly.
Feed him for a lifetime.
So people now will ask me, bro, you have to do a course. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we need a course. Same, for months, you know? And I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm doing a course. So I did a course with all my heart. And it's still there. From like step by step how I did it and launched that course. Bro, day one, it just, like, it sold like crazy. The most amount of money I've done in a day in that time, you know? And people, after like months, same, like I'm doing 10K a month, I'm doing this, like crazy results. Some, not all, of course, you know? And that's how I started my university. And that went for like that was 2020, 2-3 years, just a course, okay? And then I started doing video calls, coaching. My first student that became a millionaire, it took 2.5 years. He went from working in selling cars, they kick him out, he had no money, He had nothing, and he now makes $1 million a year.
Wow.
2 years and a half. He lives in a mansion, drives a Porsche, Range Rover. He's bought like 5-6 cars, and then I got like 2-3 guys that are millionaires from scratch with my university, and it's only been out for 3 years and a half. Wow. So normal university is 4 years, right? Haven't even finished the first cycle. I already have people doing over 100K a month, millionaires, driving Lambos. So as I say, all this stuff, people think like how ignorant people are, right? They see that, oh, he sells courses. It's like, bro, that was naturally. That was something that came naturally.
Right. Because
people asked for it. It came naturally. Like as everything in my life, I naturally went to a gym. I naturally started training people. So it came to me.
And then they ask
people
you to
now
do it.
go to stuff.
Right.
You know, they see me, I am a coach, and I have a course, so now they want a course and want to be a coach because they want to have my money. That is very different, bro.
Right.
People don't understand this.
You said one thing. He said one thing, guys, which is like a super golden iron temple nugget. He said that he started teaching how to be a coach when people were looking for him to be a coach.
Literally, remember, I already made millions as a coach.
Right.
And people will ask me, you know?
Right.
And bro, so just put yourself in my situation. You're the first coach in the world. The first one, okay? Like I bought a Lamborghini in 2018.
Right.
Cash. Oof. That's 6 years ago. I was 27. Okay? I mean, I don't know what car had the second best coach in the world by that time, but like, I don't think it was nothing that was like a normal fucking car.
Right.
So I literally was like so ahead of like anyone in the industry. Mm-hmm. I created the coaching and fitness. And in that situation, would you have started teaching other people how to make the money? Not in the fucking world. You will never, no one has in the selfies. So I literally gave people, and my dad was like, bro, this is going to hurt your business. I was like, you know that, I know that when you help people, you know, at that time I was thinking the universe, you know, universe will always pay you back. Right. No, God is going to give you whatever your actions impact the world. So the more you impact, the more you're going to be given.
Right.
And I'm a proven testimony of that. Like, look at my life. My life is a consequence of like changing millions of lives, directly and indirectly.
Right.
Because when I change a life, that life changes all his surroundings.
Sure.
You know?
Not only that, but look how much he's living now and look how much he almost died.
Yeah.
Which is like in contrast. Now, with every success comes haters.
Yeah.
And he certainly has his share of haters. I see them, I hear them, and I'm like, what the fuck? And what's your reaction?
Yeah. So the fact that someone hates you, it's a proof that they love you. No one can hate someone that they don't love.
Wow. You hear that? Spitting the knowledge.
If you don't care about someone, you don't pay attention and you don't hate. Someone that hates someone, it's because they love him. Guess this. When you have a relationship, right, they say love takes years to build, and then you can go from love to hate in a day. Right? For example, my wife, I saw my wife, I loved her from day one. It's like, you know, one of these things is, because I'm like always like this. I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Like me, like a week ago, I told my wife, like, that's it. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm not fucking any more chicks. She starts laughing.
Last week?
Yeah, last week. She's like, what are you saying? Like whatever. It's like, babe, I'm like, I gave God Latinas. I gave them all to God. Like, I don't want to fuck any other chick that's not you forever. It doesn't believe it. And that's me, bro. I just literally saw it and I took that decision in my mind, and it's crystal clear now. I'm never again like, once I gain conscious of something, I literally cut it. You know, that's how I've been always. But my wife, it took her months to love me.
Right.
Because at start she thought I was a player, all this stuff, you know.
Right.
So it takes time, and every year we've been married for like 7 years, nearly 8 now. So every year, her and me, the love is bigger.
Right.
If you actually have a
Grows.
relationship, love gets more. It's like a business. If you have a good business, it grows, right? So it takes years to develop like a deep love. But like in one moment, one text or one action can go from
Turn
that
the
love
switch.
to hate,
Right.
okay? So hate only comes when there's love. So your haters are your biggest admirers. That's what people don't understand. That's why you need haters. If you don't have haters, it's because no one loves you. Because if you don't have haters, why? So check this out. People have never seen it this way, right? Because they don't understand how it works.
100.
So a hater comes when someone has loved himself for so many years that is able to build something, that someone else wants. So at the end of the day, no one hates you because you don't love you.
Right. Because if you loved you wouldn't be where you are.
No one hates a broke guy. No one hates a fat guy with an ugly chick. Why no one hates on the guy that pulls up in a Prius with a belly? First of all, because no one is even watching.
Right.
No one cares about that. Why everyone is hating the guy that pulls up in a Lambo with tatted up veins with 2 hot chicks?
And sometimes you show up with 3 and 4.
Yeah,
Whoever fits in the car.
Well, now if you see more chicks than my wife, they're just friends. Guys were like, because I told this, and they're like, wait a minute. So you were actually having sex with them? Like, bro, do you think I just fly chicks around the world just to like play like fucking poker with them or what? Like, people are like, what in the hell?
Right.
So with me, I've experienced the life that every man thinks is making millions, having everything, having the best wife, and having hottest friends, But I've tried that, and it's just empty, bro. Every time you have sex with someone that's not your wife that you love, at the end, deep down, you're regretting it. You don't like it, but it's just like
100%.
at the end, it's your body that you're weak. If you think with your body, so people that are fat have vices, it's because their body dominates them.
Right.
Okay, me, if you watch me, like you see my body, this is a proof that my body doesn't control me. I control my body. But even though I control my body physically, I didn't control my instinct of like having sex with other women, because that's like the weakest, spot of men. But once I managed to control that, now my desires don't control me, but I'm a master of my destiny.
Right.
So now I'm even more powerful. So if people think I've done great things today, just wait till like the next few years.
It's coming, guys.
It's coming.
Where can they find you?
So I am, in English is I am LLADOS. I am LLADOS. That's my Instagram, my YouTube. I'm hitting it pretty hard in English now. I don't know if you've seen, but I've been for 2 months posting regularly, and I love it. I already have 30, 40 clients in English, and people are like smashing it, Right. And in Spanish is LLADOS Fitness and Tu Primer Millón. But LLADOS Fitness, you can find me on YouTube, LLADOS Fitness, Tu Primer Millón, TU1 Millón,
As always, see you on the other side.
Pleasure.